They shot him on sight, not with bullets, but with arrows. Allen Chau had just set foot on North Sentinel Island, one of the last truly untouched places on Earth. He was a missionary, young, determined, and maybe a little reckless. Armed with a Bible, a football, and some fish, he had one goal: to make contact with a tribe that wanted absolutely nothing to do with the outside world. The moment they saw him, the Sentinelese aimed their bows, and that's when John realized this wasn't just an island, this was a fortress of time. But to understand why this tribe defends their home with deadly force, and why even governments stay far away, we have to go back. Way back, about 60,000 years ago, humans began migrating out of Africa. Most settled across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East, but some kept going, thousands of kilometers across land and sea, until they reached a tiny island in the Bay of Bengal, North Sentinel Island. The descendants of those early explorers became the Sentinelese. For tens of thousands of years, they've lived without electricity, without metal tools, without agriculture, fishing, hunting, and gathering in total isolation. They don't want help, they don't want trade, and they definitely don't want company. It's not just how they survive that's remarkable, it's how fiercely they protect their way of life. The first recorded glimpse of the island came in 1771. A British surveyor spotted lights in the forest. That was it. No contact, no welcome, just flickers in the dark. In the late 1800s, a merchant ship ran aground near the island. The survivors made it to the beach, only to be attacked. They were lucky to escape with their lives. Then came the anthropologists. In the 1970s, scientists and filmmakers tried a new approach. They brought gifts, coconuts, pots, even a live pig. The Sentinelese killed the pig and buried it. They shot arrows at the dolls they were given. Message received. In 1996, after decades of failed contact and rising danger, the Indian government gave up. They declared North Sentinel Island completely off limits. No one in, no one out. Even a tsunami couldn't break the wall. After the massive 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, officials feared the tribe had been wiped out. A helicopter flew overhead to check. As it hovered, a lone tribesman stepped out of the jungle. He aimed his bow at the sky and fired. He missed, but the message was loud and clear. "We're alive. Leave us alone." Not everyone listened. In 2018, 26-year-old Allen Chau paid fishermen to smuggle him close to the island. He believed he had a divine calling to spread Christianity to the Sentinelese. He wrote in his diary, "You guys might think I'm crazy in all this, but I think it's worth it." On his first approach, he offered fish and called out greetings. The Sentinelese responded with arrows. He tried again. The next day, the fisherman saw his body being dragged along the beach. He never came back. The world was shocked, but not surprised. By then, everyone knew. The Sentinelese don't want contact. They don't want converts. They just want peace. To this day, no one understands their language. It's unrelated to other Andaman Island dialects. Linguists tried to bring translators from nearby tribes. It didn't work. All we know are scattered sounds, sharp syllables like ba, pa, la. But their message? It's unmistakable. The Sentinelese wear no clothing. They use spears and arrows with metal tips, salvaged from shipwrecks. They live in huts, eat pigs and turtles, and bury their dead in the sand. There are no roads, no writing, no concept of currency. They can see other islands on the horizon, but they've never explored them. They don't need to. In a world obsessed with progress, the Sentinelese offer something else. The idea that maybe, just maybe, isolation is freedom. Today, it's illegal to approach the island, not to punish the tribe, but to protect them, and to protect us from repeating our mistakes. The Sentinelese don't use phones. They don't surf the internet. They don't know who's president, but they've survived for tens of thousands of years, without anyone's help. Maybe that's not primitive. Maybe that's power. They are the last free people, and they've chosen silence over civilization, not because they don't understand the outside world, but because they do, and they want no part in it.